Hey Libra, welcome back. Okay, so this is your August 2019 reading, sun and moon only. My readings are vice versa, so you can in fact be a cross watcher. Just make sure you're cross watching for someone who has a sun or moon in Libra. As I always tell you guys, take with you what you understand and throw the rest away. Well, what does that mean? It means that because I tell more of a story than anything, there can be a break in the storyline or a detail of the storyline that isn't making sense to you and doesn't resonate with you. That's okay. Just disregard that part because this is generalized, it's across the board, sun and moon Libras. So there is a way of just taking the pieces and putting the puzzle together for yourself of what makes sense to you. Also go and check your opposite sign of what your Libra is. Of course, unless you're a double Libra, but go cross check your other sign, see if there's some additional messages or details in there and, add those pieces and kind of put it together yourself. So Libra, your message for August 2019 is planning ahead. Okay, so, is it a message for you to plan ahead? Are you already planning ahead? If it resonates with you, then the message is in fact for you. I always say if you have to think on it for too long, then the message just isn't for you. Check your opposite sign, maybe that message will. Okay, so let's see here what's going on. Oh, and let me just add, if you're dealing with other signs, okay, not your Libra or opposite of what your Libra is, you can also view their videos because my readings are vice versa, meaning that the story that I'm telling can be reversed. So my intention is to speak about Libra, but say Libra, and this is hypothetically here, I have absolutely no idea what I just sorted, but hypothetically here you could be dealing with, say, a Pisces, okay? And I'm reading it, but it's not you. I'm reading in the storyline of the Pisces. You get what I'm saying? So I haven't really said that much, and I believe what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out a video strictly explaining how to understand my readings, these videos, okay? But I just wanted to throw that out there because I do have people that say, I'm not the one that's deceptive, it's the other person, but you keep saying, so-and-so deception. Right, there is deception. It doesn't mean you're deceptive. It can be the opposite person, okay? So, like I always tell you guys, it is what it is. I know that every detail is not going to match up to your specific storyline, right? Because there's multiple paths, multiple different things happening, crisscrossing all over the place, but there are parts that will, take those parts with you. And by chance, I could be telling someone's whole entire story, okay? It just is what it is, all right? I don't question it, I just do it. I'm just the messenger, all right? So here's your cards. I shuffle them till the first one comes out, and that starts the grid as I refer to it as. Okay, your first card out here is the Five of Spades. You have the King of Clubs here. The King of Clubs is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it can also be a co-worker, somebody you do work with, somebody who is in business for themselves or something of that nature. Can also be opposite of what your sign is, okay? You have the Joker in the reverse. The Joker in the reverse is, it's a new beginning, okay, but it has not yet started yet. So it's like at a pause. This is like a 0 point. If it was in the upright, that would indicate a new beginning taking place right during this time, but this indicates that it's kind of at a pause. This also can be the sign of Gemini because the Joker card does relate to the sign of Gemini. It is the Gemini card. So you could be dealing with Gemini. If you're not, it's okay. This just indicates a new beginning that hasn't started yet. All right, Six of Hearts. The Jack of Diamonds. The King of Diamonds is an Earth side. This is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you're not dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this could be somebody who is money focused, deals with money, works with money. They can be also not Earth, okay? This is indicating the description of, what I'm referring to as the King of Diamonds, but this is just somebody who could be more about materialistic things, materialism, things of that nature, other than, the other parts of life. Nine of Spades. Ace of Clubs in the reverse, 5 of Hearts, 2 of Clubs, 8 of Clubs, 5 of Clubs, 7 of Hearts, 6 of Clubs, 10 of Clubs, and you got the King of Spades. King of Spades is an earth sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you're not dealing with an air sign, this is descriptive of somebody who is in a authoritative position. This is somebody who, you know, makes judgment calls. It could be your boss, you know, but it's just somebody in some sort of position who's able to make important decisions. All right. So let's see here. So I definitely have work going on here, business and work. Okay. I definitely see something here in regards to some sort of action. This action, you know, this change here could be in regards to either you needing to cut someone out of your life, okay? And or there's something going on right now, and this can be a legal situation. I do have the Ace of Clubs here in the reverse. This could be a legal contract related to work. It could be a legal contract in regards to anything that could be involving it could also be involving like dealing with legal people, counsel, counselors. There are 2 cards here that can indicate a child. It doesn't have to be a child situation. There is a card here, so, you know, that could relate to somebody if they're dealing with a situation like this. And or this is dealing with something where there is a business venture. There's, you know, something that someone wants to work out. But there's also some sort of truth here in regards to time and energy. I feel like with this, it's like, you know, someone here could be giving their time, their energy freely. And they could be being like walked all over. You could be being walked all over. Somebody's not pulling their weight. I also see here that there could be some sort of lie. Somebody could have stabbed somebody in the back here. Somebody could have gotten into some sort of situation, legally speaking here. And somebody is finding some sort of faith and courage to take some sort of action here. There could be almost in a sense like some sort of like question on what action you should take. It also looks like here that somebody may need to gain some sort of ambition here in order to achieve success for themselves. I definitely see a stuck period at this time. I do see a pattern. Somebody's needing, you know, to be truthful, fair, and honest, not only with themselves, but what's going on around them. Because what I'm seeing here is like, whatever this situation is on whatever end you're on, it's almost in a sense like somebody could have stabbed somebody in the back, okay? And this lie or BS could have caused not only hurt to themselves, but hurt to others, okay? And somebody could be worried about money when it comes to needing to work, you know, somebody maybe wanting to cut somebody out of their life, and they're stuck in this like daily routine, fearful of taking any sort of action to change this social standing, to change this situation, this relationship. And it could be worry over money, worry over, you know, the same thing over and over again. But it does look like there is some sort of communication here in order to resolve some problems. So somebody's wanting to move away for work, you know, move towards something with work, but also in the sense of if it's like this same sort of pattern has been repeating itself, it's like you're at a point where you're needing to push forward towards what it is that you want to do, have the faith, have the courage. Things will work out, but you have to take the action in order to change it. Because I see that there is some sort of pattern here. It is like one of those places where it's like, you know what doesn't work, but you put your time and energy into what's not working, like repeating, or the opposite person is repeating the same thing. So it's like, at this point, it's like something's got to change, and that's where I feel like this is at. It's at that point where it's like, now it's time to have the faith, have the courage, let go of what no longer works, communicate with who you need to communicate with in order to resolve these problems. And what I'm seeing here is that, you know, if you're dealing with a situation where there's some sort of contract and somebody has lied, or somebody has basically took some action, left the situation, or lied on another person. I keep getting lied on another person, okay? And the Two of Diamonds at the bottom indicates like insurance, financial independence, stability here. You know, what I'm seeing is like a complete end to no return. There could be some worry and anxiety over this, but I'm also seeing here the situation coming to an end, because the truth is, whatever this situation could have done in order to screw with someone's work, screw with someone's business, anything of that nature, it looks like independence is near. Something's coming to an end to no return, okay? And the next three cards out is the Ace of Diamonds, the Ace of Hearts, and the Jack of Clubs. This indicates communication. This is somebody in an authoritative position. Again, this is leadership, authority. Somebody needing to take the initiative, you know, to get into this position, and or somebody in some sort of leadership and or authoritative position, regardless of what your situation is. There's communication there. And whatever this situation is, it ends, okay? But there is, you know, healing here. There is communication, but something has to have action taken towards it. I feel like somebody could be like afraid or not sure, but you know something's not right. Well, it's not, okay? So if you're dealing with this work situation and you feel like somebody needs to be cut out of a project, somebody needs to be cut out of a business, somebody could have did something slimy behind your back, you would in fact be you would in fact be correct, okay? But you're needing to take some sort of initiative here, all right? But there is a truth here that is holding something at a standstill, and something needs to be communicated. Once it's communicated, the situation comes to some sort of resolve, okay? So I know this wasn't like love, relationship, whatever. Like I said, whatever comes out. But, you know, we're still going to do a few of these just to see what we got going on here for you guys. Whoop. One more time. Lo and behold, at the bottom of the deck, you have finances and career. Like I said, something is going on here with finances, career, all right? You also received getting to know each other. So there is something going on here where there is this like need to express something, reveal something, okay? Because what I'm getting is there's just something that just does not feel right, all right? Below finances and career, you have codependency. Like I said, you could be dealing with some sort of situation within work where you're being taken advantage of. Somebody, is doing this to you. You're doing it to them. It doesn't really matter. It is what it is. But it's like, feeling stuck in a daily routine, not being able to move forward, needing to take the action, but change it from, it's just the definition of insanity here. It's like doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result than what you constantly get from doing it that way is insanity. Okay. So it's like about changing it up. Take some sort of action to change your situation. But if you go back to the same sort of pattern without finding the faith and the courage to move past what didn't work, heal from that situation, and then find a way to gain your ambition in order to get out of that mindset that you can't, right? You change your situation. Even if it's just slightly, you start to see a difference where you'll immediately catch whether or not the way that you're going, this new way of doing it, is working. And if it starts working in a different way than it was before in the actions you were taking before, keep going in that direction. Once it starts to not work so much or something's not working, it's that piece of it that's not working. Because it was working and then that little bit right there started to cause it to wobble, So it's like pinpoint it right away. Remove it, fix it, keep going in the direction of what was working, You slip up a little bit here and there, that's okay. That's the way it works. We all make mistakes. That's how you learn, But it's like there's something there that has to change, okay? That's like the major thing that's come through, all right? So, Libra, this was for August 2019. If you need me, go to the drop box below. Phone chats, email me directly, put phone chat in the subject line, and I will, email you back as soon as possible. We can set that up. Other services are on the website. You can browse there, submit a web form, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible and get you all set up. All right. And as always, love you guys. Bye.